If you take anything from this video, take that. Make sure you are eating enough protein. Track your macros. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I've got a slightly different setup going on here. Today we are going to do a interesting video. I just wanted to talk through some really important bits, mainly on how to be in a caloric deficit and lose fat whilst also making sure we don't lose any of the gains or the booty. So one of the main questions I get asked a lot on my Instagram, how to lose fat, lose stomach fat or fat anywhere around the body whilst also growing the glutes as well. So sorry, I've got my phone here just like standing up and there's like a list of notes. So if I glance this way, I'm just looking at my notes. Firstly, to kind of lose weight, it's important to note that you can't spot reduce. So you can't do ab workouts to get rid of belly fat. You can't do back workouts to get rid of back fat. You can't target certain areas. So now that we've established that, to be in a caloric deficit and lose fat, we need to make sure we are eating slightly less calories, so we are in a deficit. It's very important to track your calories. I bang on about this, but you need to definitely calculate your calories and kind of see how many calories you need to be eating for your body. And then once you do that, I mean, there's loads of online calorie calculators. You can just plug in your stack. They're all free as well. So once you've done this, you can start using an app like MyFitnessPal and calculating your calories, really. So it's, you know, it's hard to just kind of eat and not know if you are actually in a caloric deficit. I think that's where some people go wrong. So yeah, now we've established that and that's the basics. So once you know that you're in a caloric deficit and you definitely know you're eating less than your body needs, I think in terms of what kind of foods you need to eat and your diet, I think just take it as common sense, really. Stick to a balanced nutritional diet. So you want to ensure your meals still have carbs, healthy fats and enough protein as well as making sure you are, you know, drinking a lot of water as well, which is quite important. But you also need to make sure your meals are high in protein. That is the number one thing to ensure you don't lose your gains and your booty, anything like that, whilst you are trying to lose fat as well. If you take anything from this video, take that. Make sure you are eating enough protein. Track your macros if you want, or, you know, make sure when you're looking at your meals that every single meal has at least some protein, and if it doesn't, throw something in. Even little things like seeds and nuts are quite good. Even though they are a source of healthy fat, they're still something to enhance your meals. Or just having like a protein shake or something on the side can really help too. So yeah, protein is so important. It will change your body composition crazily, if that's a word. So moving on to exercise as well, really make sure you are still increasing your weight. Now I know this is really important when you're bulking and you're aiming to grow muscle, but it's still really important to continue weight training. Even if you're trying to lose weight, you don't just want to be going for the cardio. Sorry, there's a lot of noise in the kitchen. I hope you can't hear it. So yeah, you don't just want to be running on the treadmill or anything like that. You still want to be doing your weight training, whether you're losing weight or you're not losing weight or you're increasing weight. You always want to be doing weight training as your main source of exercise. And again, I still think it's very important to progressively lift every month or so, really, depending on how much you train. I would still aim to increase your weights little by little every month, or just you know, increase the sets or the reps, or make it more harder. Basically just make your exercises a bit more challenging, whether that's in the form of increasing the weight or increasing the sets and decreasing the rep, or adding more supersets into the exercises. When the exercises start becoming easy, that's when it's an issue and it's time to level up. Again, I've slightly touched on it as well, but also you do not want to be doing excessive cardio. So if you are worried about losing your booty gains or any gains that you have made while you are trying to lose fat now, excessive cardio is not the way to go. So you don't want to be jumping on the treadmill, going out for those runs. You don't just want to be doing that all the time. Excessive cardio will help you lose fat and lose weight, but it would also contribute to losing muscle and any kind of mass and gains that you have built. Definitely make sure weight training is at the core of your workouts, and then, you know, add in more cardio days when you're trying to lose fat than when you weren't really. So add in, there's no right answer, it depends how many times you train, but maybe add in 3 times a week, either after your workout, so after your weight training, always after your training. If you're going to do it before, then maybe take just 5-10 minutes doing a warm-up on a cardio machine. But any more than that, I think at like 15-20 minutes after your weight training, do your cardio. And this can be in the form of skipping or running or anything you enjoy really. Even if you just want to increase your movements and your steps, you can just go for walks. So excessive cardio is a no-no. You can definitely do cardio on its own if you want. So if you train in the morning, you can always do a cardio set, and then later on you can always do a weight training sesh if you wanted to do that. Otherwise, you know, even for like 15-20 minutes minimum, if you wanted to after your weight training, that's quite a good idea as well really. So yeah, maybe start with 2 or 3 times if cardio isn't really your thing, and then you can always increase it. So yeah, to wrap it up, that is the main things that you need to be doing to lose body fat whilst also ensuring that your muscle mass is retained really. It's definitely very important for your nutrition to make sure, again, your protein is high. This doesn't mean now you're in a caloric deficit, you just need to be living on salads, which is not the case. You can literally eat the same things you were eating when you were building muscle. All you need to do is decrease the portion size. So, you know, when you were building muscle, you should have been prioritizing protein. So quite similarly, when you are trying to lose fat, you still want to be eating the same meals and make sure you have protein in your meals as well. You just might slightly be reducing them really. That's the main thing. There's no specific foods to just suddenly change or anything like that. And again, just don't overdo it with the excessive cardio. Those are mainly the things really. I wouldn't rush it either, and I wouldn't stress about it, just talking from a mental side of it. And you know, don't jump on the scales if the scales affect you. So you can use other kind of form of techniques to track your progress. Something I tell my clients a lot is you can use a measuring tape, like a body measuring tape, to measure your circumference, whether that's your waist if you are trying to lose fat, or your arms or your legs or your back or wherever really. And also you can measure like your glutes and your thighs to make sure that you aren't losing too much. And then progress pics are the best because, you know, you might not notice changes in a week or 2 weeks or a month, but down the line, you know, a few months and looking back even after a year, you'll notice how your body has changed, and it's just something better than the weighing scales basically. So yeah, it's just a very short and sweet video, but I hope you enjoyed it. It doesn't have to be complicated, and fitness shouldn't be complicated really. So this is not a really long video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any questions. Please like the video and subscribe, and you can follow me on my Instagram for more workout vids. If you'd like me to make you a meal plan or anything like that, then definitely check out the link below. I will link you my website where you can sign up for online programs and anything like that as well. But yes, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in my next one.